then everyone who calls on the name of the Lord shall be saved. To understand why this video was made, please watch the symptoms video listed here. Okay, so the first suggestion is to disconnect the negative battery cable so we don't get any sparks. And that takes a 10 millimeter wrench to loosen this bolt. So it looks like probably the easiest way to get to the crank position sensor is going to be to remove the starter, which is this thing here. Alright, so first we're going to take off the electrical wire to the starter. I have a 13 millimeter socket to do that. And so there's two wires. And that, just for information, is a 15 millimeter. And the other bolt is indeed back there on the top. I had to get a medium-sized extension and slide it along the top of the starter, and was able to get on that bolt. Okay, so I was able to move the starter out of the way. Okay, so that's where it mounts right here. And this is the crank position sensor. This guy right here. And there's one 8 millimeter bolt that's holding it on. You can't really see it from this angle, but it's around the other side of that electrical connector. And so that is what we will attempt to take off. And I never, you might have noticed that I never did take that other wire from the harness off of the starter, but I was able to kind of stick it back up over here out of the way and not having to figure out how to take that connector off. So, okay, so in order to get that electrical connector off, you need to pop that little red retaining feature. I don't know if you can see that. It is right there. And I had to just take this little screwdriver and pop that out in order to push that black tab down, and that connector should come right off. And sure enough, it did come off. You can see it a little better there. The red piece, and then the little black tab that you push on right there. So now I'm ready to get the wrench and take that sensor out. And so that's what it looks like. And we will. All right, so I have the new one back in place, and I just tightened up that bolt snug. There's an O-ring on there, so it doesn't need to be real tight. And now we're going to put the starter back in. Okay, so everything is back together now. The torque on the two starter bolts here are 30 foot-pounds, and I think it's 17 or something on that one, but I just tightened it up. So tightened it up to feel. So anyway, now we get to try it and see if it fixed it. After you replace the crank position sensor, you need to do this crankshaft position variation learn procedure, which if you don't have a scan tool, then you're probably going to have to take it to a repair shop and have them do that for you. So anyway, that's the last note.